Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And first, to get out of the way, if you enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, where I stream most of the games I review. It really helps out. Thanks!
Jump scares galore, my word.
Today, we're going to take a look at Maid of Sker, an FPS puzzle horror game. This one is an interesting game, and as with most horror games, there is some unique gameplay that goes along with it. And I really enjoy the way that the gameplay mixes with the story. Now, some spoilers are on the way, so skip to the time on screen if you don't want to hear it. Okay, so I don't know everything, as I haven't finished the game, and I may not entirely remember the story off the top of my head, but here it kind of goes. So the game is set in 1898, and the main character, Thomas, is going to Sker Hotel to see the grand reopening and see his wife, Elizabeth, who is the daughter of the hotel's owner. But when you get there, it's destroyed and in shambles. From pieces of paper spread around the hotel and record players found in safe rooms as save points, you learn that years ago your wife's grandfather, or it might be others in the family, even longer ago, found this song or magic or something that they, I believe, call a siren, similar to the sirens in mythology. They eventually decided to make a cult around it and worship it, but when the hotel went under, the cult was kind of forgotten. Then Elizabeth's father wanted her to sing the song and turn the staff and him and her uncle into followers called the Quiet Ones. The Quiet Ones, who you kind of walk around and not necessarily fight throughout the entire game, but you could consider it something similar, have lost their sight, but have increased hearing, which is why I think the story is really cool with how it fits into the gameplay, as lots of the game centers around listening to solve puzzles and even has some trippy parts as well. One of the only ways to protect yourself besides hiding is with the phonic modulator, a weapon that uses the song and enhanced hearing of the Quiet Ones against them, stopping them for several seconds. After getting into the hotel, you get a call from Elizabeth, and you go in to find her. You now also are looking for cylinders to try to reverse the effects of the song, as well as get your wife to safety. There are a few different types of Quiet Ones throughout the game. Most of the time you'll run into the basic ones, who have a set roaming path, while so far I've run into two other ones. This one, which will follow you into different areas to try and find you, though it still has a set path within those areas, usually following the other ones, like the basic ones, but it'll just follow you around into the other areas of the second floor. And also Elizabeth's uncle, who is immune to the phonic modulator to a certain extent, and needs to be taken to this specific room to be hit with a bigger version of it. It's kind of like a boss fight. The last thing on gameplay that I wanted to cover is the exploration. It feels like a free roam game while also being relatively linear. You can go back to different areas pretty much whenever you want, which is one of the best parts about it, though sometimes it can also be annoying as it may be needed. And now for the pros and cons. As a kind of quick reminder, I generally do pros and cons through my own opinion, but when I get to suggestions of the game and who I think would like it, I try to be objective. Okay, pros. The graphics are really good. The story really fits the setting and is fun to connect everything together. It's also not a short game. I have been playing for several hours now, and I think I'm only like halfway done. And the cons. The game does have some jank to it, as a few things don't make a lot of sense, such as this one time when in a two-floor room on the second floor, I stood up on the second floor of the two-floor room and made a noise, and it felt like the quiet one just teleported to me from the first floor, and it was from the first floor because it chased me back down to it.
It's probably up here. I'd assume it's up here. Wait, what? Oh, they're downstairs. What? That's so dumb. If you stand up, oh, it's right there. Okay, I see it. So if you stand up, you get heard. That's incredibly dumb. What? Even if they're below you, and then they'll just run to you.
And the backtracking in the game can also be rather unpleasant, as you need to get certain things on certain floors and going back to others to open rooms and get to certain places, which can generally be seen as unfun. So who would I recommend this game to? Well, quite obviously, if you're into horror games, it's kind of a no-brainer to play it. It's a really good game, and there's a great atmosphere to it that other horror games, especially bad ones, generally don't replicate as well. And then other people I would recommend it to are story lovers and people who like music, surprisingly. Kind of like me, it's partially why I continue to play it, for the story and also how they use sounds and music in the game. I personally love this game, partially for that reason, even though I don't generally enjoy horror games. It's a really fun time, and I might start to play it off stream, as it's just that fun. Well, that's it for the video. Goodbye.